What is going on, guys and girls? How are you doing today? It's Singer Roleplay here once again, and today I want to talk a little about my second day in the Delirium League and how things are shaping up. So first of all, since I identified the bug, I actually managed to counteract it with, weapon swap and shit, and being more attentive towards switching things, putting my auras up and all that kind of stuff. The bug is very, very annoying, and it's quite surprising that the bug is very niche as well. It only affects dual wielding swords. So if you're not dual wielding axes, for example, or thrusting swords, it's a different base, and the bug doesn't exist for you, so you probably will never notice this. But for me, surprisingly, I actually use swords and a dual wield as a gladiator. That's why the bug was present for me. It is an absolute pain in the ass since I need to switch my weapons back and forth on every location. The only difference is the incursions and the tempo and the boss rooms. On the incursion and the boss rooms, it still counts as the same area. So if I transition back and forth, I don't need to change. But if I enter, for example, a different area, like Solaris level 2 and from level 1 to level 2, this is where I need to remember to weapon swap and fix my auras and all that shit again and again. And this is very annoying. I just keep forgetting this because, I'm not supposed to remember this. And because of that, I have no damage, no block, no leech, and I die sometimes. So shit happens, and I really hope that the fix is coming very soon, because this is very, very annoying bug, and yeah, just a pain in the ass. As for Delirium itself, a lot of people told me that density will become better as I go into the maps, and definitely density has become a little better, but I will not say it's so much better, like mind blowing experience. It feels okay, but it doesn't feel like it's something crazy. It's still far from the breach density that you usually get in the normal pretty much breach. And so yeah, I'm not really impressed. And not to mention the increased damage on monsters. Those who get further into the fog, they get increased damage, and you get the increased, as far as I remember, you get the increased debuff, which make you kind of slower too. So overall, it's quite a pain in the ass. The league is definitely deadly, and there's definitely, it's not bad. It's not bad, definitely, but it's definitely not hardcore friendly, because there's a lot of monsters which explode shit on the gray fog, on the gray ground, and they are gray too. So you really can't see shit, and then you die instantly, pretty much. So it's quite a problem to survive within the Delirium, but I'm not really gonna argue about that, because we've seen that before. We've seen Tora killing us instantly. We've seen Legion rares over buffing each other with auras and killing us from off screen for months before it was fixed. So I'm not really surprised that the league mechanic kills. I'm honestly not against it. I think it's fine, and it will be toned down probably, or people will simply adapt to this. I also heard some bad things about the Cyrus, that as we all know, it was buffed in a 3.10, and people checked Cyrus on standard, and I believe that it was over buffed. It's pretty hard to do Cyrus right now. A lot of things were toned down, like the Herald of Agony Money Guardian lost 10,000 ES, Blade Vortex Chieftain lost 10,000 ES, so they're not as crazy as before, definitely. And yeah, it's quite crazy what happened to them. So buffing Saros, even though it kind of solves the issue of being too easy for these OP builds, but the OP builds are not that OP anymore. But the Saki builds, which never really been crazy, they will probably have way more problems with Sirens from now on, definitely, than before. As for the league itself and the drop so far, I dropped my first Exile from the Delirium, which was pretty cool, because I died and then I got back to the map and I instantly dropped the currency reward from the Delirium Fog, and that was an Exalt, which was pretty surprising. I know where I'll be using this Exalt. I also dropped two very expensive divination cards, which I'm still not selling because the Exalt is very low. Once the Exalt will get to about 160, 170, 180, this is where I'm selling the cards. As for the build itself, the original plan was to use the dual-wielding Gladiator with a Reeve and Blade Flurry for single target, but I've been trying to make Reeve great again, but unfortunately when I switched to exclusively Blade Flurry, unfortunately Blade Flurry completely out damages and outdoes Reeve. Reeve is not bad, it's just unfortunately not very good, and the damage feels to be kind of pretty shitty on Reeve. Even though I stacked decent amount of crit, I got 2 Skiva swords, I got pretty okay crit now, but it still kind of sucks honestly with Reeve, and I think I will never get back from the Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry is really amazing, and I have a feeling that I will stick with the Blade Flurry character from now on. It feels really great. The AoE surprised me. I thought it would suck, and for mapping, but actually okay. And I don't need to channel more than like 1-2 stacks on a Blade Flurry for all the Delirium mobs to explode. That's why I think I will stick on that. And the only thing that I'll be waiting is the fix for the dual wielding, because it's really, really annoying. So far, I reached level 76. And the character is shaping up okay. I bought pretty decent 6-link corrupt chest at this point, balanced my resist, bought 2 skivas, I did 3 labs, so I'm pretty okay. Right now I'm just leveling up, getting more juice, and potentially going to the Uber lab soon to get my last ascendancy. That's about it, guys. Stay strong, stay cool, and I'll see you on Twitch stream. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.